It is the last Champions League action of 2024, and some squads are in desperate need of a result if they want to keep their hopes alive for any sort of good seeding, or even in general. PSG is on the outside looking in, while Monaco is on a bye. We'll take a shot at the breadth of all the action today on Coffee with a Kick. Hello, welcome back to another episode of Coffee with a Kick. We're here for the Champions League, last match day of the Champions League this calendar year. We will not be back until, what is it, mid-January? Yeah, late January. January 21st is our next match day, right, because they have to have there's an international break that occurs in between here and there. So it'll be, we'll come back in our recap episode and do a good table breakdown because there will be 2 match days left to get yourself into qualifying position for either knockouts or automatic qualifying for round of 16 knockouts. But it's a little bit of a lopsided schedule. I'll grant you that for Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday, not great. Wednesday, much better. So anything you want to say before we go ahead and knock out these Tuesday predictions in relatively short order?
I liked the jingle at the beginning. I thought that was good. The Coffee with a Kick jingle.
Yeah, it fits right in with like a Folger, an old-fashioned Folgers commercial, probably. I'm sure they had a jingle at some point. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Best part of waking up. That's it. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
And now we'll go into our paid advertisement with Folger. No, I'm just kidding.
Folgers. I don't drink this stuff. No, I don't have very many good experiences with Folgers. I will grant you that. But similarly, I have not had very many good experiences with Dynamo Zagreb hosting Celtic. I've got this one going 2-2. I think it's a little bit of an even match. I think Celtic does have a slight edge in it, but they are away, and Dynamo Zagreb is trying to not be too terrible. They kind of are. They've gotten some points at this point. And they are currently... Hold on, where are you, Dynamo?
I think they're at the very bottom. Are they not?
No. That's Young Boys and Slovan Bratislava. Where am I? Where am I saying? Is Dynamo Zagreb currently... I'm blind. Where did they go?
They are 23rd.
20th. Okay, they're G&K Dynamo. So they are currently actually qualified for knockouts. So they're still chasing that, and so is Celtics. This is actually a pretty important match for both of them, and so I've got it as a 2-2 draw.
Yeah, both of these early ones are interesting. Celtic, outside of the last match week, they did pretty well. I mean, they had 2 straight match days where they got wins. I think Celtic still take it. I think Celtic take it 3-1. And then it just go ahead and give my Liverpool pick. I think that'll be, again, depends on which Girona shows up.
Yeah.
I want to say 3-0 Liverpool, but I'm going to go 1-1 Girona.
Wow.
For no reason at all. I just feel like it's one of those where they might steal a point against a Liverpool team that has had some tough matches as of late.
Tough matches and a busy schedule for Liverpool. That is for sure. I still think they have the quality to carry through. I've got it as a 2-0 victory for Liverpool. I just don't trust Girona. Liverpool, they've started to stumble a little bit in the Premier League. Still haven't in the Champions League. So I think they'll try to keep an immaculate record in at least one of those contests. Then we'll move into the bulk of the matches. This is probably the best early match that we've had so far this tournament, with it being Girona and Liverpool. I think that's probably the best one that we've had as far as just like versus like, you know. But we'll move on from that to the other ones. We've got Atalanta and Real Madrid. 1-1 for myself. I think that it's evenly matched. Atalanta does not concede goals really. Liverpool. It's like Liverpool, Atalanta, and Inter Milan are the ones who are they are very stingy here. Oh, and Aston Villa, very stingy as far as giving up goals. Yeah. Inter 0 goals conceded. Liverpool, Atalanta, and Aston Villa only 1 goal conceded so far in the entire tournament. So you're lucky to get one, and I think they will get one, and that is enough to get the points at 1-1 for Real Madrid and Atalanta.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, but I'm going to go 0-0. I think it'll be a goalless draw.
I get that for a little later in the match week. We'll get to that later on. But for Bayern Leverkusen, Inter, like I said, have not conceded yet. And I think they keep it rolling here. It's against the grain, I understand it. But 2-0 is the pick I have for Inter over Bayern Leverkusen.
Yeah, this one is tough because Bayer, depends on who they're playing. It could be 1-0. It could be 3-3. I don't know. But I think it'll be 1-0 Inter. I think their defense will hold up. Bayer Leverkusen, still a very good team. Not quite as good as their Invincibles season last year.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go 1-0. Inter has been very impressive as of late.
They have been. And then for Brest and PSV.
Brest, I mean, they've been playing well. If you haven't caught the clip of Micah Richards and the rest of the team about said team titled Brest, I would encourage you to look it up on X or whatever platform you choose. It's very comical, very funny. Outside of that, I think Brest will win this one 3-0. I think the Champions League, this is their year to get a bye. So I'm going 3-0. 3-0.
I think they're currently not quite in qualifying position. They had a qualifying position for a little while, but had stumbled of late. This might push them back up in there. It's just goal difference that's keeping them out at the moment. I too have Brest with an ample victory. Well, mine's not quite as ample as yours, but 2-1 is how I have it going for them. And yeah, for much the same reason that they are performing rather well, better than expected for sure, especially for a team that can't actually host matches. I believe they're still not able to do so. Their stadium doesn't qualify for Champions League action. Let's see, where are they playing this time? They're playing in Stade de Rondeau in Guingamp. I'm sure that's how you say all of those words.
For sure.
That's how you say all of those words.
Definitely.
Yes, Stade de Rondeau in Guingamp. But we'll move on from that French gobbledygook to Club Bruges and Sporting CP. I've got Bruges taking this one, actually. I've got this going 3-2 the Belgians' way. Sporting obviously has lost their manager because he got hired away. And I think that they will continue to not perform as well since his departure in this one.
Yeah, I have the same feeling. I think it'll end up being 2-0 Club Brugge. Sporting looked horrible the last Champions League match week. Really did. And yeah, difference in manager, difference in style. I think that continues, especially traveling to Club Brugge. So give me Club Brugge 2-0.
Yeah, and then to one of those other stingy teams, Aston Villa goes to RB Leipzig. I'm sure that Aston Villa is happy to see this team at this point because they also have that busy schedule. But RB Leipzig is probably the worst team that they will play all season as far as in any competition, maybe. Because they are currently sitting at a -6 goal difference, 0 points on the tournament. I have this as a 1-0 victory for Aston Villa. Very conservative, very moderate, which seems a little bit antithetical, but Aston Villa victory on this one.
Yeah, I'm going 4-0 Aston Villa. I think they've been rocking as of late. RB Leipzig, again, domestically, I think they're 4th in their league, 3rd or 4th. And then Champions League, they're just a different team. I think that continues, and I think Aston Villa take it handily.
Yeah, they're definitely factoring that into this because I pulled my units today, And RB Leipzig is actually the favorite in this by 0.05 units because we use decimal units here because it's easier for my maths.
Well, if you were looking for a steal of a pick, Aston Villa money line would be my steal of the week.
Steal of the week. There we go. That's my espresso shot of the week. There we go.
Macchiato moment.
Ooh, macchiato. I have not had a macchiato in a bit. Then we go to another RB team that is doing poorly. RB Salzburg. They have at least won once. They have some points to speak of. But that's about it. And they're taking on PSG. And that's not probably boding well for them. How do you have this one?
Right. Like Salzburg been pretty bad. Obviously, they sit there at 32. But PSG have also been pretty bad. Yeah. I think it's going to be a disappointing 1-1 draw. I think Salzburg steals a point, and I think PSG again they're teetering on that elimination zone.
Yeah, they
play City next in match week 7, so they lose that one. Then, boy, you're looking at a tough road to go.
Yeah, you're gonna you won't hold your own destiny at that point. Because they're not even drawing for 24th right now. They are 2 points, a full 2 points out of 24th, and that's Real Madrid, So not exactly a team you want to be chasing. Wow, Real Madrid is only on 6 points. That is crazy. That is crazy, actually. Then we go, I think we are moving to... Not yet. This is Shakhtar Donetsk and Bayern München. I think this one has another opportunity to be a German slaughter, as in German slaughtering people. They're pretty good at it in the Champions League this season. 4-0 is how I have it currently for the Ukrainians to be bombarded. Oh, boy, that one's really not... should not have said that one. Should not have said that one. We might get censored on YouTube for that.
We adhere to the YouTube policies here at Coffee with a Kick, but one thing that we certainly will adhere to this week
is the Geneva Conventions.
Is the Germans marching in to Shakhtar Donetsk, which has been playing in Germany their home matches. I think it's in Germany in this one too. Where is Arena of Schalke.
Oh, Schalke.
So
okay.
Yeah, they're playing in Gelsenkirchen, Germany. So this is basically a home match for Bayern. So lucky them.
I don't know about that. Hold on. Let me check that. I don't know if Gelsenkirchen is in southern Germany.
Well, the fact that it's in Germany at all is closer than Ukraine. I just think Bayern's going to take it. I'm going to go.
No, show me a map, you stinking machine.
3-0. I'm going to go 3-0.
3-0? That's reasonable. Okay, I don't want it to be zoomed in straight on Gelsenkirchen. Gelsenkirchen is actually pretty far away. That is in northwest Germany. Quite near Dortmund, actually. Quite near Dortmund, almost to the border with the Netherlands. Yeah. Yep. So not very close, but it's still within the same country. That's our American geographic bias. Listen, our country's way bigger than yours. Okay, anything in Europe is close for us. You said that was going to be 3-0. All right, and then to Atletico Madrid and Slovan Bratislava. This one, I think, is a pretty easy choice here. Atleti is actually a good team. Slovan Bratislava is not. How do you think this one's going to go?
Yeah, the difference is only 307 miles. That is light work.
Yeah.
That's an easy midweek road trip.
Yeah, it's me driving to Nashville. 4 hours. Boom. Done.
Easy. But we're on the Bratislava game, Atletico.
Yep.
4-0. I'll just make it quick. 4-0.
Yeah. Yeah, 27 units of Slovan wins. I'm not taking that. That is my...
Historic.
That is my garbage. That's my garbage brew of the day. Do not take that pick. Then Lille and Sturm Graz. I've got his 2-1 for Lille because I feel like it. And Sturm Graz is not very good.
Yeah, I think you're going to start to see these home matches really matter here late. And I think Lille, I think they take it 1-0. I'll go low-scoring affair, but 1-0.
1-0. Then to another match that I don't think is going to be close. AC Milan versus Svernesvedja.
You know, what we also said about Svernesvedja was that they weren't going to beat the other team 5-1 last week. I will say Milan is... Oh boy, Milan, I mean, they score a lot of goals, but they also give up a lot of goals. So I think this will end up being 5-2.
Whoa.
Milan winning. Because, I mean, Milan has had countless number of games. They've been better as of late, last 3 or 4 matches, but I mean, they've had numerous games where it's been 3-2, 4-2, 4-3, 3-3. So, I mean, they're just scoring like crazy. Defense isn't really existent, so I think it's 5-2.
5-2. I've got his 3-1. So I mean, both teams get on the score sheet, but no 7-goal affair that I have. Then to one of the interesting match, sort of interesting. Arsenal hosts Monaco. I've got his 1-1. I think Arsenal is also, this is like what, the 7th match in 20 days or something. Maybe less, maybe fewer, probably about 7 and 20 that we're going at right now. 1-1 is how I have it. So getting the point, staying secure in your place on the. I mean, you're pretty assuredly qualified at this point. You're already on 10, and if you get through 10 here, I think that might secure you a position essentially. But 1-1 is all that I have it for them. They're not playing great right now.
Yeah, I have it as a 3-1 victory for Arsenal. I think this will be a reprieve for them.
Certainly will be.
The worst football they're playing is in the Premier League right now. And they've used the Champions League to bounce back from disappointing results in the Premier League. So I think they do that again, 3-1.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see. And then here's my 0-0 draw here. Benfica and Bologna. Got it 0-0. Can't tell you why. I'm just getting them vibes.
Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, the two B teams, Benfica, Bologna. I'm gonna go 3-3. Why not?
3-3. That would be impressive. So far, Bologna has scored a singular goal this whole tournament.
Yeah, I think it's their time to shine.
Their time to shine and get a 3-3 draw. At least it's an away draw, so that's something. And then probably the most interesting match. Yeah, I think for sure the most interesting match of the weekend, the full midweek, I should say. Borussia Dortmund hosts Barcelona. So we've got the yellow wall in effect. This is actually my 3-3. I've got this one going 3-3 Dortmund and Barcelona with a come from behind draw for Dortmund.
Oh, yeah. I think this will be the hardest game Barcelona has played all year. I think it goes 2-1 Dortmund. Barcelona is very good. They start off slow, and then since then, I mean, they've been rocking. But I think this will be the toughest one they play. Both teams have similar goal differences. They can score a lot, play good defense. 2-1 feels right to me.
Yeah, and we talk about, well, I talk about the yellow wall every time that Dortmund's at home. It is impressive, and it is intimidating. And then Feyenoord and oh boy, I think I wrote that abbreviation wrong.
Sparta Prague.
Sparta Prague. That's right. I put SPR. I think that might be right. I don't know. Either way, I've got them losing because Sparta Prague is not good. I've got a 1-0 victory for Feyenoord. Yeah, Feyenoord.
Yeah, I have it as 3-0.
Yeah. Yep. I think it's a pretty easy win for them. Then we go to Juve hosting Manchester City. How you feeling?
You know, I think this could be one of those moments that City could get back on track. And based on Pep's comments after the 2-2 draw on the weekend, it's City's season to suffer, which basically is Pep's way of saying, hey, we have thrown out all expectations ourselves of how this season is going to go, which in the past, the last time he said it was a season where we wouldn't win the title, we ended up going on like a 32-game win streak. Not saying that's going to happen this time, but I do think we go into Juve and get a 2-0 victory. I think Juve been a very volatile team this year, been decent in domestic play, not very good in Champions League play. So I'm going to go 2-0. I just think City is more talented. That doesn't always win the game, but that's where I'm going to go with.
Certainly helps. But you think they're going to keep a clean sheet? I've got it as a 4-2 victory. I feel like that's more likely for City.
Got all the goals this Wednesday.
Yeah, all the goals this Wednesday. 2-4, a victory for City at Juve. Listen, anytime I see 2 units for City, I'll take that. I'll take that. When that's them as the favorite, get a 2 unit. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Take that to the bank. And then for the last one, Stuttgart and Young Boys. Stuttgart got embarrassed last match day. It's nice to bounce back against Young Boys. I think they do so at a 3-0 clip. Because Young Boys are the worst.
I think this is where Young Boys prove you wrong.
No.
I think they go into Stuttgart and they win 2-0. I think they keep a clean sheet.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's their time. Stuttgart, I mean, they got beat so bad.
They did.
That messes with you psychologically. And Young Boys, they really have nothing to lose. So I think that aspect is going to carry them to a 2-0 away win.
And that's a units play there, ladies and gentlemen. That is a units play. Young Boys have scored 2 goals, conceded 17 so far this tournament.
And they are going to prove everyone wrong.
They're not even at home. The only time they've looked competent was when they were at home, and they still lost. It's bold. It's a bold pick. It's a bold pick. I'll give you that. We will recap the table after all this shakes out on the other side later this week. Make sure to tune in for our preview episode a recap episode from the past 2 match days for the Premier League. That'll be coming out later today, maybe tomorrow. We'll see how quickly I get that posted. In the meantime, anything you want to say before we get out of here, Keegan?
No, check out the other video. Premier League video. It's a good recap. Not because we did well, but because we learned a lot about our fellow teams and our fellow referees. So
that's
just
true.
tune in to find out.
Tune in, subscribe, follow us on YouTube, subscribe on Substack, and until we see you again, why don't you go ahead and I don't think I even took a sip this whole episode. Why don't you go ahead and grab your coffee, watch some soccer, and we'll see you on the other side. Bye, y'all.